Hello, everyone, and welcome to the panel session, Quantum Threat, A New Era of Security. Today, we are diving into one of the most critical topics in cybersecurity, post-quantum cryptography, or PQC. My name is Mamta Gupta, and I lead security data center and telecommunication segments at Lattice. We are committed at Lattice to drive innovation in cybersecurity. And as we prepare to launch next generation of cyber resiliency solutions, I'm excited to share some insights into how PQC is transforming our industry. Joining me today is Sylvain Guillet, the CTO of Secure IC and a globally recognized thought leader in post quantum cryptography. Secure IC has been at the forefront of delivering post quantum cryptography IPs and solutions, helping organizations prepare for the quantum future. Sylvan, welcome, and thank you for being part of our session today.
Thank you, Manta. It's a real pleasure to be here. I'm really thrilled to have the opportunity to discuss such an important and timely topic.
Thank you, Sylvan. And before we dive deeper into today's discussion, let's take a moment to define some key concepts that we will explore in this session. Post quantum cryptography, or PQC as we refer to it, it refers to cryptographic algorithms that are designed to be secure against the immense computational power of quantum computers. So, quantum computers, unlike classical computers, they operate on qubits or quantum bits, which exist in multiple states simultaneously, while our classical computers, they exist in two states, right, on or off, and those are the voltage states. But quantum computers can be in multiple states simultaneously, and these are energy states. And these allow, this multi-state existence can allow them to encode a lot of information, and it allows them to perform calculations at speeds that are completely unimaginable with today's technology. So while quantum computers can help us solve very complex problems in fields like drug discovery or climate modeling, solving the world hunger, it's not a joke anymore, or AI, but they also pose a very serious threat to traditional cryptography. Current encryption methods, especially the asymmetric cryptography like RSA and ECC, they rely on the difficulty of problems like factoring large numbers. And quantum computers can handle this task exponentially faster by using algorithms like Shor's algorithm. And due to this, suddenly these, cryptography algorithms that have been used for years now look like a paper to an oncoming bullet. Like it's that vulnerable. It will be broken. It's not like, oh, resiliency goes down or something. No, it will be broken by quantum computers.
That's right, Manta. So quantum computers are completely revolutionary because they can handle problems that are just that cannot be achieved today with classical computers, as you mentioned. But this power comes with risks. So if quantum computers are used to threaten classical cryptography, they can basically break encryption. And so the data that we consider today as secure, like our emails, the financial transactions, our intellectual property, could be vulnerable, at least in the future. And this is where PQC plays a critical role.
Exactly. So, Sylvan, exactly. And PQC algorithms are designed to withstand these attacks, both from classical and quantum. It's not like, oh, PQC will only withstand attacks from quantum. No, both. And these algorithms are built around mathematical problems or the mathematics that will be, or it is believed to be resistant to quantum computing. So, this kind of a math is called lattice based cryptography or multivariate equations. And, you know, looking at a little higher level at Lattice, we see PQC not just as a technological challenge, but it is now becoming a necessary evolution in cybersecurity. It is about ensuring long term data integrity and privacy in a world where quantum computing will rapidly advance. And Sylvan, would you agree to this shift to PQC is not just a response to a threat, but actually an opportunity to just sit back, rethink, and strengthen the foundations of cybersecurity?
Absolutely. This move to PQC is not just about defense, it's also about building a new era of cryptographic innovation. As we'll discuss today, PQC opened doors to hybrid solutions, greater crypto agility, and a collaborative approach to securing the future.
Thanks, Sylvan. With that context, let's dive deeper into the urgency, challenges, and the solutions surrounding PQC and how they are shaping the cybersecurity landscape. So, first, we will start with the big question, Sylvan. Why is post quantum cryptography getting so much attention now? Quantum computers are still a little farther on the horizon. So, why the urgency?
Great question, Manta. So, the urgency stems from a threat that we call still now and decrypt tomorrow. So adversaries are very likely to intercept today and also store encrypted data with plans to decrypt them once quantum computers will be, powerful enough. This poses a huge risk for data with a long life, like financial records, intellectual property, sensitive communication. All those could be exposed years from now. Organizations need to act now to future proof their data.
Yes, absolutely. And I was in some conferences recently. I was traveling, and I see this awareness, and governments around the world, they are taking this threat seriously. I saw so many government organizations actually participating in these conferences, and talking about security challenges, presenting papers, asking for introductions, coming and talking to us. And in the United States, we have seen the executive order on improving the nation's cybersecurity and the Quantum Computing Cybersecurity Preparedness Act, which is pushing organizations towards a quantum safe, cryptographically protected future. And regulations like CNSA 2.0 are driving timelines to drive adoption, especially in critical infrastructure industries like telecommunication, networking, servers, data centers. How do you see these regulations influencing industry's approach to PQC, Silvan?
Clearly, regulation is one of the drivers for shifting fast to PQC. As you mentioned, CNSA 2.0 provides a very clear timeline and also expectations. And so organizations now are doing some prioritization on PQC. And it's not just the United States. In Europe, there is some funding for quantum safe research. And other countries like Japan, South Korea, for instance, are investing heavily in PQC initiatives. These efforts ensure the industry moves collectively towards stronger security measures.
Yes, indeed. And at Lattice, we see these regulations as an opportunity to innovate and lead, because when you have such timelines and very specific, requirements, customers are looking for a timely solution. So by aligning our solutions to this global framework or requirement framework, we are helping our customers stay compliant and secure. But Simon, do you think global collaboration on PQC is strong enough, or is there more work to be done? We see US and Europe taking charge a little bit, but what do you see as a collaboration globally?
Collaboration to me is very promising. Look at organizations like NIST. Already they standardized a couple of algorithms. The CAVP program is up and running, so those algorithms can be validated through the NIST servers. So now we need to also scale the efforts with more public-private partnerships and also industry collaboration to address the complexity of transitioning to PQC.
Yes, of course. So once now we understand the urgency, we understand the basic concept, let's look at some challenges in implementing PQC. So, what are the biggest hurdles that you see, Seven, that organizations face when transitioning to PQC?
I see, let's say, three challenges. The first one is the computational overhead. So PQC algorithms happen to be more complex in terms of algorithmic execution. Then it's about the integration complexity. You need, to fit them into the system. And finally, it's about the evolution of standards. Already NIST standardized, like crystals Kyber into MLChem, crystals dilithium into MLDSA, but there are other candidates in the US, but also worldwide. So just to summarize, PQC algorithms are resource intensive, they require more computational power. Integrating them into legacy systems without disrupting operations is also a hurdle. And standards are still evolving actually. So organizations need solutions that are adaptable. And Mamta, from your side, how is Lattice addressing these challenges?
As you enumerated these challenges, I'm thinking these are indeed very formidable challenges because now our cryptographic systems are so set and we are so used to traditional cryptography like RSA, ECC, and we have completely knit it into every aspect of our dealings. So customers or companies who are trying to go to PQC, definitely they need a solution that will be flexible and that will have the right performance to be capable of running these PQC algorithms and doing these, cryptographic functions. And then it should be scalable because as the industry is transforming, as the algorithms are evolving, everything has to scale. So, from our side, we are an FPGA vendor, and our secure FPGAs are designed to handle the computational demands of PQC. So, as we are bringing forth newer solutions and our roadmap, we are planning a roadmap, we are keeping the computational demands of PQC in mind, and always we are maintaining our low power focus, so high computational capability with low power consumption. That's what the industry demand is. And then FPGAs are reprogrammable, so they are truly the vehicle of flexibility and crypto agility. So even if the algorithms evolve or new algorithms come in, you can always implement on a secure FPGA. They are reprogrammable, and you can update and keep your systems current as the systems evolve. So, Sivan, Secure IC is an IP provider. So, how do you help organizations tackle these issues?
Well, that's a very good question. Thanks, Mamta. So at SecureIC, indeed, as an IP provider, we need to have IPs that can be extremely versatile. So we optimized our IPs for performance and also resource efficiency with and without protection against physical attacks. Also, our IPs are modular, meaning that organization can adopt PQC incrementally. Already, we got the CAVP certificate on them, okay, which gives some trust. And now, by collaborating with hardware providers like Lattice, we ensure seamless integration into secure, adaptable platforms.
That's a great point. Thank you for bringing it up. It's about that incremental adoption of PQC. So this is where we have to build bridges, right? We are with asymmetric cryptography today, and we have to move to PQC. But one big leap may or may not fit every company's infrastructure or use models. So there has to be some kind of an incremental approach or a hybrid approach, even. So let's talk about the role of hybrid solutions in PQC transition. So hybrid cryptography, we hear about it. Our listeners would, have heard about it. It is gaining a lot of attention, a lot of traction. And these are the solutions where you combine the classical and a PQC algorithm and somehow create a bridge for a secure communication during this transition. So, it almost goes against the tenet. Hey, if you just said that classical cryptography is going to be all broken, why do we need these hybrid solutions? So, why do we need these solutions during these hybrid solutions during PQC transition?
Yeah, of course, it's a question of risk analysis. Clearly, classical algorithms that we use today are completely secure against classical threats, meaning cryptanalysis, brute force. They are implemented in most of the devices, and so far, no breach that we are aware of. But now that the quantum computer enters into the game, we need to have PQC algorithms, which are just newly standardized. Actually, even some of them are in the process of being standardized. So they are younger in terms of time to be analyzed. So if we happen to discover a vulnerability in a PQC algorithm, then with the hybrid approach, the classical layer can offer a fallback. And so also, so this is more safety, and also it ensures interoperability with the legacy systems.
Yeah, that's a great point. As I said, lot of legacy infrastructure has been built up, and we need to build a bridge so that we have this quantum safe era going forward. And FPGAs are particularly well suited for hybrid solutions because they're adaptable. So they could actually hold the classical cryptography solutions and the PQC algorithms together, and you could choose how to implement. And as the infrastructure becomes more and more mature and more tuned to the PQC algorithms, our users could actually um, decide for themselves when to make that transition or how much modularity they use going forward. So it could be a transition that they could build in. So we offer the reconfigurability of FPGAs to our customers, and we use it ourselves to implement both classical and PQC algorithms. We allow our customers to transition at their own pace. And I would like to know your view about how do you view FPGAs? I'm saying being an IP provider who provides both in the ASIC side of things, where your IPs are hardened, to the various FPGA providers. How do you view FPGAs as a tool in this journey?
Mm. Yeah, you're right, actually. The FPGAs are essential, actually, for hybrid solutions. The fact that they are reconfigurable allows organizations to test and to implement evolving PQC algorithms without investing in new hardware. Basically, it offers flexibility which is extremely critical because PPA still needs to be fine-tuned, and also standards and regulation are still continuing to evolve.
Yeah, that is so true, Sylvan. So now that we have understood, what the basic concepts are about quantum threat and how what is driving the urgency, what tools do you have at your disposal? Let's look at the industries that are driving this PQC adoption. So I run the telecommunication and networking and data center segment at Lattice, and I am seeing these industries are at the forefront of PQC adoption due to regulations like CNSA 2.0. These industries, they form the backbone of critical infrastructure. I'm saying, just imagine today all our life is stored in data centers and all our data traverses through these networks. So a breach in telecom or networking could have a far reaching consequence. And 5G and IoT are constantly on the rise. An attack surface is expanding. Everything is becoming intelligent. Every edge device is becoming intelligent. And that's where having quantum safe cryptography becomes very essential. So at Lattice, we are creating a roadmap for integrating PQC algorithms into our hardware root of trust FPGAs, enabling secure boot and communications for telecom, networking, and data center industries, and knitting in PQC for all of these, critical steps. So I'm curious, are you seeing similar trends in these segments and other sectors that you're seeing where they are also feeling similar urgency?
Oh yeah, so we see very strong traction from the industry, especially the industries that you mentioned. Maybe to give a kind of historical perspective, first we had some requests about the protection of firmware. So it was about leveraging XMSS and LMS for doing the secure boot, for signature verification of the firmware when there are updates. Okay, but more and more now we see the need of post-quantum crypto also to secure not only the platform but also the data. Okay, and actually this has been really accelerated since the publication of the standards about MLChem and MLDSA. So why finance, why the medical industry, and why the telecom? Because they manage critical data and also data that will be stored and so be valid and at risk for long. So indeed, we see tractions from these industries, and also we see that other industries are getting really concerned. Not to mention automotive, for instance, and computing.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you just reminded of something we said earlier in the, this session about steal now, decrypt later. Of course, finance and healthcare have some of the most sensitive data, which will still be relevant 10 years from now, 15 years from now. Our financial records, our retirement plans, God forbid, and and our health data. So yes, I would imagine that these industries would also be very sensitive to PQC adoption. So, looking ahead, Sylvan, what's your vision for PQC adoption in the next 5 years?
I believe that regulation will bring more industries to fully embrace PQC. Governments, of course, will continue to play a critical role in setting the pace. I can tell you that in Europe, now the cyber agency ENISA is even accelerating the pace. So we need to be ready today for this transition that is really is getting pervasive, I would say. And so today, crypto agility is really a requirement because it allows to develop today and adopt PQC step by step in an hybrid manner until shifting to full PQC one day.
Yeah. Yes, and Lattice, we believe that crypto agility will define the future of cybersecurity. Um, FPGAs, by their nature, they offer unparalleled adaptability, which will allow organizations to implement evolving PQC standards without replacing hardware. And this is a key requirement, as you mentioned before, that some of the standards are still evolving. They have not been standardized. So, how do you future proof your implementation? How do you you know, have the confidence that I feel something today, especially in sectors where their solutions are in the market for 10 years, 20 years, in our infrastructure segment, industrial segment. How do you be confident that my solution will remain relevant for quantum resilience in the future? So FPGAs really offer that crypto agility. And then we have some patent pending innovations that we have done that allow you to update your algorithms in the field. And so that is also a very key benefit that we offer in Lattice Secure FPGAs for crypto agility.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So crypto agility is the ability, I would say, before going to market to select which mix between classical crypto and PQC will be in there, but also, as you mentioned, the ability of Lattice FPGAs to be updated after deployment is really important because this dynamic reconfigurability actually allows the design to be relevant in a evolving cryptographic landscape. So really FPGAs and their flexibility are crucial for organizations to prepare the quantum future.
Yeah, yes, absolutely, Sylvan. So now we are coming to the end of our session. I would like you to summarize how our customers or listeners should go about implementing the PQC solutions.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So, what's the way to adopt PQC and hybrid crypto? Um, First step, it's about the identification of data that needs to be protected. Second step is to assess whether you need a pure play PQC protection or some kind of interoperability with other system, which would require a hybrid solution, okay, mix between classical and the PQC algorithm. And finally, the third point is to find a trusted partner with robust and crypto-agile IPs and also flexible hardware to keep the solutions adaptable if cryptography and or regulation evolves.
Yes, thank you, Sylvan. That's a good succinct summary. As we bring this session to a close, I want to thank you all for being part of this very important session. And your presence and our conversation is a testament to the collaboration that is required to safeguard our quantum future. We leverage the uses or the benefits of quantum computers while also safeguarding our critical data and our lifestyle. And PQC is one of the most exciting frontiers we are tackling together. And Sylvan, I want to thank you for sharing your invaluable insights on the role of post quantum cryptography in shaping the future of cybersecurity.
Thank you, Mamta. Thank you really to have invited me. It was a really interesting discussion. Of course, I keep in mind that the threat we address is the still now and the decrypt later. So the importance of hybrid solutions and also crypto agility of FPGAs is really key. And so it really highlights that solutions like Lattice, Root of Trust, FPGAs provide to the market and so and customers at the end resilient and adaptable solutions that can be ready for the PQC future. So I'm really glad, of our collaborations and of our shared vision for making of quantum era not a threat, but an opportunity.
Absolutely. So, everyone here, I hope this session inspires you to think about how you can integrate PQC and crypto agile solutions into your projects. And together, we stay ahead of the quantum threat and lead the way in creating secure systems for decades to come. So, thank you for joining us.